Sunday, motherfuckers. Hey, I am Eloho, your favorite unicorn. Welcome to my channel. Like when God was making me, he sprinkled in sexy as fuck, popping ass personality. Ooh, it's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about me. I'm just saying. Shout out to my unicorn gang and to all 11 of y'all that's first in the comment section. I'll be seeing y'all. Thank you. Now in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Jason Lee's reaction to the whole Basketball Wives OG versus Evenlyn. We're gonna dissect and we're gonna talk about how people actually, you know, gaslight black women and darker skinned women. He hit every we gonna get there. We gonna get there. I'm gonna be curling my hair. This unit, as y'all know, it's from the Virgin Hair Fantasy period. Giving me fantasy.
OG Evelyn Lozado. Y'all know we just had Evelyn on the show. Everybody's up in arms with Evelyn because OG is claiming that she's racist. Now I've done my research and I take pride in saying that I'm the king of tea and that I'm the king of receipts. And I've done my research. I've asked my team to look high and look low. And I've looked in every place I could look, and I still can't find where Evelyn has done something racist. Yet you guys have unleashed this cancel culture on the girl, trying to say that she's a racist because OG said she's a racist. Who the fuck is OG? I'm not trying to be shady. I swear to God I'm not. I'm just asking because I don't know, because I just know so many people, and I've been around for such a long time, I just don't know what an OG is. I know an OG is an old gangster, and I don't know that that's a part of the conversation. But anyway, I digress. It's not about OG. This is about the fact that I'm watching women tear down another woman of color who has black children, claiming that she's a racist and a colorist. I'm gonna tell you what's sad, and it's our people that be using that colorist shit against each other. Latinos and other people of the brown community, although they may not have had the black experience, have had the black experience. The experience of being treated like a second-class citizen. The experience of being looked at when you walk in the store like you stealing. The experience of being judged and being treated secondary to white people. Yet black folks, we forget that. We forget that we need Mexicans in our country. We forget that people who are Puerto Rican or Dominican or from another third world country or another country like a Jamaica or Africa are not treated the same as white folks. Yet we are the main ones trying to tear them down whenever we get a chance. Now, all of y'all on here on Instagram, y'all know who Evelyn Lozado is. Whether you like her or love her, you wouldn't watch Basketball Wives if she wasn't on the motherfucking show. So some girl comes out of nowhere and in a show that's produced, and because she now has created the narrative that she believes Evelyn Lozado is a racist, what, because she wore braids? What, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York don't wear braids? I just came from New York. You mean to tell me that there ain't Spanish people wearing braids? You mean that white rapper Riff Raff who was wearing braids didn't get called out for colorism? Or what about Bo Derek who was running down the beach back in the 80s? That wasn't taking our heritage or taking something from our community. Y'all need to stop it or show me the receipts. We need EEOTs, equal opportunity trollers, EOTs. That's what we need. We need EOTs. People who equal opportunity troll. Because the same person that's claiming colorism is the same person that was weaponizing domestic violence and attacking Evelyn about her past with a man who beat her ass. Now I just need to understand something. Have we not become a society? Are we not a society of facts? Are we not a society of what matters? Have we become a society of bandwagoning and following the leader? Have we given up our leadership and our ability to be leaders and think for ourselves, to follow trends? Is that what we doing? Because I ain't doing it. And you know what? I'm proud to be black. I wouldn't want to wake up tomorrow and be anything other than a black man in America, because you know what? That struggle that I went through with black people treating me like shit because I wasn't dark enough or because I wasn't all the way black or had different type of hair, or, oh, that's my hair, by the way. That's my real hair. Or from white people who thought I wasn't nothing but a nigga and at 15 accused me of stealing when I wasn't stealing. All of that experience has led me to this opinion. Black people, stop crying wolf. Stop calling colorism every single time something don't smell exactly the way that you smell it, because all of our experiences are different. And although we need to be understanding and compassionate and empathetic with what everybody experiences in life, everything ain't racism and everything ain't colorism. You mean to tell me that Evenlyn, Lozado, who was accused of calling this girl a monkey, which she didn't, she posted an emoji on a post, who birthed a black son, Evenlyn got a black son, a black daughter. You mean to tell me that she's racist all of a sudden? You can't be that stupid. Now, this ain't about sticking up for Evenlyn, because I don't know Evenlyn like that. She's been on my show. I like her. I've been a fan of her on the show, but I've been following her and watching what she does and how she moves. And I'm going to tell you right now, she's highly motherfucking entertaining. But I don't know OG, and I was trained as a kid not to follow strangers. And I'm not going to follow this stranger down the reckless road of colorism. Now, you tell me if I'm missing something. Please drop the receipts below. And please, OG, you are more than welcome to come on my show. And darling, if you do, I need you to explain to me with facts.
All right, ciao. So this is not necessarily an attack on him. This is an attack on people like him included, and people like him in general. People that that really don't, let's just put it out there, people that really don't want to see black women win, black dark-skinned women win. Y'all really don't. It's just like we have our communities, right? And we have our pockets where we love up on each other and we promote each other, we support each other, we have that. But there's a majority of the outside world that really don't want to hear, understand, and support. Sorry, it starts with listening, right? Because people, they hear us, they just not listening. Him saying that, you know, he knows of Evenlyn and Evenlyn came on the show and he knows a lot of people because he's popular, he's a celebrity, right? He knows a lot of people, but who the fuck is OG? I don't know OG. So if I don't know OG, she's not important. That's basically what he's saying. She's not important. She's not important enough. She's not a factor enough for y'all to take her word versus someone that we know. And people will try to do that, okay? They will try to belittle your character, belittle your name, belittle who you are and the things that you do, and belittle it so that they can say, but you're this big. And if you're this big, then you shouldn't have a voice. But he's saying is she shouldn't have as much social power that she has. But little does he know, it's not about OG, okay? OG represents a large amount of people, okay? It's not just about OG. So you saying that, oh, who is OG? Who's OG? OG is us. OG is literally what we've been saying, what our ancestors have been saying. You know what I'm trying to say? So who is OG? OG is black women. EN. Okay? Dark-skinned black women. EN. Unambiguous dark-skinned black women. EN. African women. EN. Like, that's who she is. So to belittle her, because you don't know her, you're belittling all of us. And we're not going to let you do it. So his issue is that women are tearing down Evenlyn and calling her a racist, even though she has black children. Okay. The BBC ain't got nothing to do. And the BC, because it ain't all B. The BC, the BBC, it literally has nothing to do with colorism, racism, and all the other isms. So y'all can take that out. Just throw that away. Whenever you feel like saying, well, her husband is black, her boyfriend is black, she had black kids, throw that away, because it has nothing to do with nothing. Let's just put that to the side. Literally what we talk about, okay? And Jason, you need to watch a lot of us. You said you went searching far and wide. Y'all need to start listening to these pro-black YouTubers, okay? Find a couple that you like. Hopefully I'm in a, you know, shuffle or two. Find a couple that you like. Do your own research. Listen, understand, support. Contrary to popular belief, you can have dark-skinned children and be colored. Exhibit A. You can have children with black men. We've seen lighter skinned women and mixed women and non-black women do this time and time and time again. They will procreate with black men, specifically dark skinned black men. Y'all love dark skin on black men. they'll procreate with these black men, and the first thing they say is, I hope my baby ain't got his hair. I hope my baby don't look like him. I hope my baby don't got his nose. I hope my baby got my eyes. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. We hear these things. Like, I literally hear these things in real life. I hope my baby look like me because I don't like it. And I'm looking at her and I'm looking at him and I'm like, well, I mean, he could be my brother. Like, what's wrong with his features? Why can't the baby look like him? Because y'all like blackness until it's really time to be black. That's why. You like it until it's coming out of you. You like it until a cop asks you, what are you? And when you say things like, oh, well, she married a black man or she has black kids, there are people who literally, mothers, fathers, there are parents who literally hate their children because of the way they look. There are people who literally disown their children because they look like their daddies. And looking like your daddy, it reminds me of pain. And then there are people who become, you know, recovering colorists and recovering racists because they now have to deal with a child who will go through the very same things that people like me talk about.
Other people of the brown community, although they may not have had the black experience, have had the black experience. The experience of being treated like a second-class citizen. The experience of being looked at when you walk in the store like you stealing. The experience of being judged and being treated secondary to white people. Yet black folks, we forget that. We forget that we need Mexicans in our country. We forget that people who are Puerto Rican or Dominican or from another third world country or another country like a Jamaica or Africa are not treated the same as white folks. Yet we...
Okay. So y'all know that grinds my gears when people call Africa a country. I really want people to travel. Like, I really just wish, honestly and truly, like, and I'm gonna do a video on ADOS, and I really feel like once, you know, ADOS gets their package of reparations, I really hope that they get at least one round trip to and from the motherland. That needs to be a part of the package, okay? Because people need to see the world, and I understand not everybody can afford it, not everybody has the time or the means, but that needs to be a part of the package. Ooh, Jesus, that gave me chills.
The narrative that she believes Evenlyn Lozado is a racist, but because she wore braids, what, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York don't wear braids? I just came from New York. You mean to tell me that there ain't Spanish people wearing braids?
Okay. She didn't say that Evenlyn was racist because she wore braids. That's not what she said. She said you came to Costa Rica with braids, your hair, your baby hairs is gelled down, you're using the word nigga every chance that you get. Evenlyn, I've never heard you identify as black, because she hasn't. Never heard you identify as black, but you acting real. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Now, granted, these women don't know each other. You know, they weren't friends before the show. So she's getting what she's getting. She's just, it's like you're getting all of this thrown at you. And people need to put themselves in these women's shoes. Like, you see this chick and she's coming at you, coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. Now I'm coming at you. Do you think you black because you got braids? You saying that? Like, now all bets is off. All gloves is off. Like, I gotta understand. Like, I do want to do a video on acting black.
Because the same person that's claiming colorism is the same person that was weaponizing domestic violence and attacking Evenlyn about her past with a man who beat her ass.
Okay. She did not weaponize domestic violence. And Evenlyn was and has always talked about OG looks. Okay, Evenlyn, we get it. To you, OG is not pretty. She's not attractive. But guess what, baby girl? To OG, you're not pretty and you're not attractive. Okay, but Evenlyn makes it her business to belittle OG as far as looks. And when people come for looks, because you cannot change your looks, you know, obviously unless you do surgery, but when people come for looks, they're literally coming for your natural, right? They're coming for your natural and saying you being natural is not good enough. And you know, sidebar, that's why a lot of black women do change things about themselves, because you have a lot of people saying that you just being naturally who you are is not good enough. But y'all know we talk about that in other videos. That's fine. Evenlyn attacks her looks, continuously attacks her looks. Ugly, you're ugly. Okay, I'm ugly, but guess what? I have a man that thinks I'm beautiful, and your man thinks I'm beautiful. Yes, your man thinks I look the fuck good. So OG did not bring bring chat into this as far as like, oh, I'm gonna weaponize domestic violence. She brought it up as like, well, you think I'm so ugly, but the man that you married thinks that I'm beautiful. So clearly, how much more prettier are you than me if the man that put a ring on you is in my DMs every chance that he gets? Y'all are putting no responsibility on Evelyn. Evelyn, as you said, Jason Lee, this man beat your ass, which I don't even really like that term, but this man beat your ass, and you went back to call him. Like, you got, that's a real dirty, low place to know that this man, like, y'all went to court for all of this. You pressed charges on this man for domestic violence, and just to prove a point that then got turned around and slapped in your face again to try to prove a point, you reach out to your attacker and abuser. Nobody gonna talk about that? Nobody's gonna talk about the fact that she reached out to her own abuser for receipts, and those receipts were tampered with because he deleted everything that he said, and it made it seem like OG was talking to herself, when in fact, nah boo, I got the real receipts. He hit me up first, he asked me for pictures, he wanted to take me on a date, he sent me pictures. Like, how is that me weaponizing domestic violence? She reached out to the man. Y'all will say anything anything to defend Evelyn.
You know what? I'm proud to be black. I wouldn't want to wake up tomorrow and be anything other than a black man in America, because you know what? That struggle that I went through with black people treating me like shit because I wasn't dark enough, or because I wasn't all the way black, or I had different type of hair, or, oh, that's my hair, by the way, that's my real hair.
Okay, so now, you know what? That makes sense. That's exactly what's happening here. Okay, he sees himself as the Evelyn of the group, right? It happens to even the best of us, you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm not excluded from colorism and texturism and things like that. I'm not excluded from those things. Like, it happens to me, it happens to everybody, and it happens without people even realizing that they're doing it to you. This is what I'm trying to explain. So when we have these conversations and we make people aware, when they listen, understand, and then support, things like that won't be said. You guys let me know what you thought of Jason Lee's response. Do you feel like it has some truth to it, you know, and that we're just taking colorism and racism too far? Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to become a part of the unicorn gang.